Hi, I'm Finzel. Today we're going to talk about micromanagers and the 5 signs that you're a micromanager. I just read an article today in the paper that was saying 55% of the workforce in America says they become less productive when they work under a micromanager. So how do you know if you're a micromanager? 5 signs that you're a micromanager. Number 1, controlling. That should be obvious. Control freaks. I have to be in on everything. I have to be up on everything, and everything has to pass through my hands and past my eyes. That's a controlling micromanager. Sometimes in my career, I've had people come to me in the organization and they would be surprised that I didn't know about something going on in the far reaches of our ministry, our organization. And they would be surprised, and I would say, you know, I don't have to know everything. And I don't have to be in on every decision, because a good delegator just relaxes and releases. So number 1, controlling. Number 2, there's only one way to do the job. That's definitely a micromanager. And that one way is my way. There's only one way to do this job. Number 3, impatience. Unrealistic deadlines. You give somebody a job to do, but you don't give them nearly enough time to do it, because secretly you're thinking to yourself, I could do it so much faster. You see, that's a controlling, micromanaging spirit, and we get impatient. If you're really going to become a great delegator, you've got to learn the art of patience. Number 4, constant contact, what I call hovering. You're hovering over the people as they're doing the job, and you're looking over their shoulders every minute. And as they're sitting at their workstation, you're coming by constantly seeing how they're doing. You see, that's a micromanager that actually wants to inspect every little step of the way of the task or the project getting completed. And number 5, TMI. Our kids are always talking about TMI. Have you ever heard of that? Too much information. A manager and a leader can give the followers too much information. You smother them with too many instructions, and that again is micromanagement. Have you ever had the situation where you've been so delightfully surprised by somebody far surpassing what you thought they would do? I had that happen to me. We did a major redesign of our website. That's something everybody has to do all the time. And I had a new guy that worked for me and his team, and we gave them that responsibility, come up with a whole new design. And I was just amazed. I was overwhelmed, not underwhelmed. I was overwhelmed at how much better. Now see, I'm technologically savvy, and I love to get in the middle of technology and technology projects and whatever it is. But I decided to release and let these guys really have at it. And what they brought back to me was beautiful. And it was a great lesson for me, and trust people and delegate. So how do you avoid being a micromanager? Well, here's the solutions. Number 1, relax. You know, control freaks just need to relax. Just realize you don't have to be in on everything. You don't have to be up on everything. Sometimes people get insecure. I've seen leaders feel insecure. You know, if I'm not in on every decision, I have no value. So I need to be in the middle of everything, because that's where I find my value. No, your value should come from leading through those people as you release them. So relax. Number 2, release. Release people and release them to do the job their way, not your way, but the way it'll get done. You know, there's lots of ways to get a job done. Now, if you're in the military and you're waging a war, there's only one way to fight a battle. And if you're in the operating room, there's probably only one right way to transplant a heart. But a lot of what we do is not like that. And there is not an exact prescribed procedure for doing stuff. So I find if we can allow people to own a job, to own a task, they will love it, and they will delight you with results better than you even expected. So release. Number 3, be patient. It really takes patience to be a good delegator and not a micromanager. Give them time to do the job. And number 4, along with that, give them some space. You don't want to hover over them. You don't want to smother them like mother hen, or like constantly looking over their shoulders and checking up on them. When you're constantly checking up on people, that is a sure sign of a micromanager, and it communicates lack of trust. So give space. And number 5, don't smother them with too much information. Give them what they need to know clearly the expectations of the task or the job, but don't smother them with too much information. I hope you will practice the fine art of not being a micromanager. Go to hansfinzel.com to check out my Leadership Answer Man podcast and other great resources for taking your leadership to the next level.